Hey guys, Mr. Wood back for lesson 4 today, kind of picking up where we left off. But of course, we always got to do jokes. So again, I'm at home because the internet was down at school. So here's my jokes. Use AP Chemistry shirt from 2014-15. Don't trust atoms. They make up everything. They make up everything. It says here, you're my favorite person. I once wrestled a shark. They make up everything. Hi, my name is Adam. That's why you guys need to sign up for AP Chem. We do all these fun things. And then we got cat. This is what's called a catalyst. Catalyst, which is an AP, which is a chemistry term. Okay, so again, I don't want to spend a lot of time here, but a little bit of time just reviewing, kind of continuing on this this worksheet. So if you have this in front of you. Now remember again, what is due Thursday is to read chapter 8, this worksheet, which again, we're going to work some more on the front and the back. These problems from the book. And again, all this is on the chemistry calendar on my website. And then we're going to, on Thursday, we're going to do a little demo lab quiz. And so all that will be due. By the time I open up my email on Friday morning, that needs to be there, okay? Okay, and then what we talked about in class yesterday. So we were talking about different types of reactions. So we had under double displacement precipitation and acid base. And then under redox, we had combustion, synthesis, decomposition, and single replacement. And I gave you guys this right here, which I think is a good kind of a short, concise thing on chapter 8. So, okay, so let me just do, again, I don't want to spend a huge amount of time, but again, get you a little bit more on this. So on this, so I'm on this handout right here, this is due on Thursday. Okay, let me start off, we did through 10 in class. Let me start off with number 11. Number 11, if you go down through each one of these, number 11 would be precipitation. So it'd be precipitation under double displacement. So, and I always like you to know the heading it's under too. So number 11, precipitation, double displacement. Number 12 has got to be single replacement. It's the only one like this where you got an element and a compound on both sides. So single replacement slash redox. So it's under the redox heading. Number 13 has got to be decomposition. So it's decomposition, redox, because you have one thing on the left side of the arrow. And number 14 is the same thing. So you have one thing on the left side of the arrow, and so it's breaking down. So number 14 would also be decomposition slash redox. Okay, and number 15 could really be two of them because it's plus O2, you could say combustion, be correct. And because it has one thing on the right, it is synthesis. So you really, for 15, you could say synthesis and synthesis and combustion under redox. Okay, so and really that's the kind of the core type of thing in chapter 8 is just identifying the kinds of reactions. Okay, now let's go to the back. Okay, let me just do a couple of these and then I'll be done. And I actually tell you, so synthesis, and to me, chapter 8 is kind of is significantly easier than chapter 7. So I'm on the back, so number 1, so they're telling us it's synthesis. So I'm going to take Ca plus Br2. So since it's synthesis, these are just going to combine. And so I'm going to have calcium with bromine. Now, what I have to do when I combine them is I've got to look up their charges. So calcium is 2, bromine's 1. So remember, you go to the periodic table, look up the charges, and crisscross them over. And so it's CaBr2. And you always want to make sure it's balanced. And this is, you'll see in the next one, this one just coincidentally, these 2s are there and there. Here because bromine is one of those that's diatomic, and here because of the 2 from calcium. Okay, so that's done. Okay, number 2, now this is a synthesis reaction. So I have Mg plus N2. So since it's synthesis, I know these are combining. So I'm going to take Mg with N. Now I'm going to look up their charges. So it's 2 and a 3. And so if I cross those over, it's like this, Mg3N2. So you can see that one's different. So I had to write the correct formula based off their charges, and now I'm balancing, so 3 like that, and it's balanced. Okay, and I'll let you guys try number 3 and 4, but synthesis reaction, so you're going to combine those. Number 5. Number 5 says it is a decomposition reaction. So this is going to be the opposite. So what's going to happen here is we're going to take this and we're going to just decompose it. We're going to break it apart. And whenever you write something by itself, you've got to remember if they're diatomic or not. And so silver is not diatomic. That's what's in that 7. NOF, ClBr, and then H. Well, oxygen is. So I had to remember that. And then I have to balance it. So I needed a 2 there. Actually, I needed 2 there. 2 oxygens, so 2 oxygens. And I really needed a 4 there. So we always, in the last step, is we always go back and balance. So on number 6, so again, because it's decomposition, I need to break this apart. So I have H and I. And then again, you got to recall, are either of these diatomic? Actually, both of them are. They're both in that 7, so they're both like this, so the 2 goes there. Okay, so up here, we had synthesis. These 2, we had decomposition. Okay, beginning, I'll let you try number 7. So number 8 is, to me, and this is where I really need my periodic table. Without my periodic table, because when it's single replacement, I need to know if one element can replace the other element. But so number 7, so I've got zinc plus H2SO4. And so the metal would replace hydrogen. Now again, you got to look this up, but I'm pretty sure that this happens. Zinc, the replacing element, has to be above the element it is replacing. And on Thursday, when I have you guys back on a Google Meet, I'll show you on the periodic table, and that will occur. I think zinc is above that. So then I'm going to have zinc with sulfate. Now again, when you combine 2 things, you got to look up their charges. So they cancel out. And then I have H2. Hydrogen is diatomic, and I think that one is actually balanced. Okay, and then on number 8, so we have copper plus FeSO4. So then copper, and again, guys, this is where I really need to look this up. I can't remember if copper is above iron on the activity series, and so I'm going to have to look and see. I'm just going to go on to number 9. I'm not sure if that reaction will occur. If the replacing element is below the element it's replacing, the reaction will not occur. Okay, let's look at this one though. Cl2 plus Ki. Now, if the lone element is a metal, if the lone element is a metal like it is here, it would replace the second one. And I know that chlorine is above that, so this reaction will occur. So we're going to have KCl, so single replacement. K is a 1, Cl is a 1, so those cancel out. And then iodine. Whenever you write something by itself, you got to ask yourself, is it diatomic? And iodine is. Okay, and then I go back and balance. Okay, and I'll come back and do 8. You guys try number 11 and 12, and we'll look at that on Thursday. Okay, and the last one is number 13. So when it's combustion, remember when it's combustion of a hydrocarbon, you always get off CO2 and water. So these, to me, are so much easier than what we did. So here's combustion, because it's plus O2, and if it's combustion of a hydrocarbon, you get off CO2 and water. And then I just have to balance. So 3 carbons, so 3 there. 8 hydrogens, so here 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And then oxygens, 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 more is 10. So 6 and 4 is 10, so 5 there. Balances that out. Okay, let me do one more, number 11. So I have C2H5OH plus O2. And again, because it's combustion, I know that I get off CO2 and water. Which to me, again, is so much easier than what we were doing back before Christmas. Now balance, so 2 carbons, so 2 there. 5 plus 1, so 6 hydrogens here. So 3 times 2 is 6. Oxygen's a little tricky. There's 1 here plus 2, so there's 3. Here, 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 more is 7. So 4 plus 3 is 7. This is kind of tricky, but if I put a 3 here, 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 more is 7. So, okay, so remember, so we've done a bunch of the worksheet. These problems from the book, we'll try to finish this up, and we will move into chapter 9 on Thursday. So, okay, guys, have a good day. It was good to see your faces. See you guys on Thursday.